All right, and we're live. Hey, everybody, it's Anchorman here, back with another episode of Multiverse Podcast, the greatest show on Mondays, with my co-host, my foundation, Fame Entertainment.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Fame Entertainment here from TICGN.com, the greatest website on the internet. If you are not using TICGN.com for all your gaming news, you're doing gaming wrong. What's going on, guys? And I'm happy to get the show rolling. Don't forget, we do have a giveaway going, a Xbox One S giveaway, which the link should be down in the description. And it's you can enter right on time because our Tickness giveaway will be starting soon, and you will not want to miss that. Let go.
All right, and we're here with our other, getting to be more regular person, Mike, PDA Truth.
Hey guys, what's going on? Mike again. I'm a contributor for TICGN, working on mostly opinion pieces for the site. So definitely, if you haven't had a chance to visit the website, check it out. We got some awesome stuff on there. And thank you so much for having me back again.
Oh, man, it was great last time. Might as well keep the ball rolling. All right, so we got a lot of good stuff going on. It is almost Christmas, guys. That's crazy.
Less than a week, dude.
I was surprised. Like it was, I knew it was December. Like I was always aware of that, but it was just all of a sudden it was like, oh, by the way, Christmas is this weekend. I was like, oh shit. I was surprised, man. I'm.
So we not happy that Kwanzaa is here too, or I'm playing.
No, man, it's also Hanukkah. This is actually one of the few times it actually lines up. Hanukkah starts on Christmas Eve. I was like, wow, we haven't happened in a while. At least where it's lined up perfectly like that.
I know nothing about Hanukkah, so I plead the fifth.
Oh man, gotta represent for our Jewish folks out there. So, so. Couple things going on. Just briefly catch up there. What's everybody playing right now?
I am currently playing Metro 2033 on the Xbox One. I've had the bundle for I don't know how long, and I decided to go ahead and start the 2033. That's on Xbox. And on the PS4, if you guys have been following me, you guys know that I have currently playing Ratchet and Clank. It is part of my backlog series while we not play the game outside of the stream. And so Metro 2033 on the Xbox and Ratchet and Clank for the PlayStation 4.
Wow, sounds like fun. What about you, Mike? What you been playing?
I've been playing that Forza Horizon 3, that Blizzard Mountain expansion. It's great. They really, really did a great job with that.
Oh, really? I don't know. I stopped playing Forza Horizon 3. Part of it was there's a lot of other games coming out, so that kind of helped. But also, I just didn't enjoy it as much as I liked Forza Horizon 2. I just never got into it. Forza Horizon 2 was just like this weird scenario where it just fit perfectly. Like it just, I don't know what else. Like I was in college, it came out during like fall break, and I had nothing better to do, and I had a whole week just to dick around on there. It was great, loved it. But just Forza Horizon 3, I was working. I was like, oh, all right, it's okay, I guess. And that was it.
But yeah, man, I thought they did a really good job with Blizzard Mountain. But other than that, I've been playing I've still been on the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 3, which I'm still really, really enjoying. So,
just a little side note.
Or Modern Warfare Remastered, I should say.
Is it just me, or every time we see Xbox 360 deals with gold, is it me, or you just like, oh my god, it's a great price in the game, but I have a 360, but it might come backwards compatible, so let me go ahead and spend the $5. Like I'm looking at some of the stuff like Street Fighter X Tekken, I'm like $4. I don't have a 360 no more, but it might become backwards compatible one day, so let me pick it up. Like I'm tempted.
I did that. There were a lot of games like that, like Fallout New Vegas. Like I bought that digitally just in case. Like when they announced backwards compatibility, Fallout 3 was backwards compatible. I was like, I gotta go buy Vegas now. Gotta have that digital.
I think I'm gonna go buy me a 360 because I have a ton of digital 360 games that I never got to play, and I got rid of my 360 when I think last year I had like 4 or 5 360s. I got rid of my last one because it literally is set up like once the Xbox One and PS4 came out, I didn't go back. So I got rid of it. Now I kind of regret it because there are so many games that I never got to play. And on a side note, the Technomancer is $15. It's not worth your money. Wait till it becomes free. I bought that game when it was $60. It's the worst purchase this generation.
Yeah. Well, one thing I definitely learned is you do not buy games in December. Don't buy it because they will do a Christmas sale at the end. And I want to get to that. Last year they did a great sale.
They did.
Like, you remember how Black Friday sale was set up this year?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, okay, we had the first week, and then they phased out some of the deals, and like then they brought in new ones, new really good deals, but kept a few of the same ones. They're doing that again, but they're going to do it over a course. They're going to do what they did last year, which is actually I love that. It was like they would put out a sale, like a really deep sale on something that only lasts for 3 days, and then they would phase that out and do another deep sale right after that. I got like
the new sale supposed to start on the 22nd.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Something like that.
And it runs until January 9th, I think, or 6th.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's the 9th.
That's great. I was at Disney World whenever it happened.
So if you wait,
or last year I was at Disney World whenever it started, and I was just like, oh my god. Like I remember whenever Alien Isolation went on sale for like $9 with all the DLC, and I was just like, I gotta get.
Like I'm literally going into this new sale with the mindset like I'm not looking for a discount on. I'm not looking for like Final Fantasy 15. I'm looking for the older games that are like 75 to 80% off. The ones that I missed.
Discounts.
Yes, I'm looking for the stick. That's my plan going into it because that's what I did with the Black Friday sale. Like my backlog is huge. Like I got Mad Max and all those games for like $3-4. You know, games that at the moment I want to pay $60 for. Like Final Fantasy 15, I'm gonna get that and stuff like that. Like I'm eventually gonna get that fairly soon. But I'm looking for the deep discounts, like the games that are interesting to me. Maybe it's for smaller indie titles that are like 75 to 80% off. Those are the games I'm looking to for this sale.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Yeah, you got to buy. Like my thing was, don't settle for mediocre sale. Go deep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't buy what you like, don't buy anything. Just a consolation prize.
Yep. And instead of getting Final Fantasy 15, and I'm not picking on Final Fantasy 15 because I do want to get the game. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, but my backlog is so big. But instead of getting Final Fantasy 15 for $48. I'd rather go grab 7 to 8 indie games. That's $4 or $5. That's just me. I feel like I can get more out of it and different experiences, and that's why I really look for these sales.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a smart way to go about it.
I agree.
Yeah, man. For me, I've been I'm finishing up Mafia. That's been the big thing I've been trying to do, and I'm getting around to it. I'm actually putting out a review later. Like, I actually have done a review in a long time for a game. I'm going to do a review for Mafia. But,
Wait. You're doing YouTube again?
Maybe.
I thought you were done forever.
Yeah, I thought I was too. I'm just playing around with it. Got a little extra time now, so just see what I got.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I really enjoyed doing it, man. I put together a lot of some scripts together, some outlines, and at least do the Should You Buy series again. Like that was fun. Like just short little videos showing you actual gameplay. None of this like, oh look, we picked the best moments of the game to show you. I hated that. It makes you think that it's a lot better than it is, and it's like,
I mean, movies are bad for that too. You like comedies, like. You ever see the comedy and all the best jokes are in the trailer, and then you go see the movie, and that's the only thing you laughed at was the same stuff you've already laughed at before.
Exactly. I hate that.
Yeah, man. I'm really against that. I can't do that to myself. I really can't do it. It's hard to explain. But anyway, so moving on a little bit. One of the things that came out today that I saw, I was on my lunch break, and I was just checking out some stuff. I know they had the Blade Runner 2045 trailer. Did you guys see that?
Say that one more time. I missed that. I was cutting out.
Blade Runner 2045. They do a new Blade Runner.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I didn't see the trailer yet. No.
it's not much to see, honestly. I didn't notice anything like major. Of course, I'm not really a big Blade Runner fan either, so I'm more of an Alien guy. So at least on that front.
Wah, wah, wah.
But I guess it kind of leads into a different topic, though. Like 2017 is going to be lit with movies.
It is packed,
Yeah, it is.
dude.
Oh my god! Like,
packed.
like some ridiculous stuff too. Like I was watching what was it? They saw the King Kong trailer like a month ago, and then they have Alien Covenant's coming out next year. That they're actually going back to do a horror alien movie, not an action movie. I'm just like, oh my god, I've been wanting that for so long.
I mean, we got the Power Rangers movie supposed to drop next year.
God.
Then
they got Guardians 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Transformers last night.
Wonder Woman's next year.
Thor. God. And it's crazy. Like,
then they got Justice League, like you said earlier.
Yeah, which is weird. Like I just have a feeling. Like I said, I see Justice League is scheduled for November. I just do wonder if it'll get pushed back into 2018.
I don't know.
Where's Guardians? Guardians is in May. Okay, we got
Thor
is November 3rd.
Oh, Spider-Man: Homecoming was in July.
July.
Is it?
Yeah.
What am I not seeing on this list here? Hold on. That is in July. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. 2017 is gonna be crazy, man. See, before we move, did anybody see Assassin's Creed? No, not yet. Is it out yet?
Well, it's not out yet. Oh no. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not out yet. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, players.
That's fine. Like I just thought that it was like see, I like weird off years like 2017 is gonna be. Not just the movies, but the games too. Like I don't like it. Like this year was good, but it wasn't great to me.
It wasn't. I don't think I went to the movie theater. I haven't even seen Doctor Strange yet. I will admit, I haven't been to the movie theater one time this year, not once.
That's crazy. I mean, I go a couple of times, but not a lot anymore.
I'm trying to remember when did Civil War come out?
May.
I think.
Okay, I did go to the theater this year. I went to see Civil War. Sorry.
You lied to us.
Wait. When is the Black Panther is 2018. Never mind.
Yeah, 2018. I know you were about to flip out right there. Like, oh god.
Because I mean, next year, like I said, we got Logan. We talked about Power Rangers, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We got Wonder Woman, Transformers, The Mummy, War of the Planet of the Apes, Thor Ragnarok, like you said, Blade Runner. I mean, it's just so much. The Kong movie, the new Kong movie, Lego Batman, if you got the chillins, Ghost in the Shell, like it is like next year is packed. And then you turn around in 2018 and immediately go to Black Panther and then The Flash, like back to back. Christ.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. But I mean, even going back to the gaming though, like for me, I like the off years where it's just kind of odd. Like 2014 was a good odd year. Like there wasn't any neither Sony nor Microsoft had the big heavy hitter game just yet. They didn't have that like the one thing. They didn't have Halo. They didn't have Uncharted. They didn't have any of that stuff. It was just small little games that were just kind of making up the year. And I liked that because it was a little more experimentation. Like we got Sunset Overdrive out that year. We got Forza Horizon 2 that year. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And the 2017 looks to be that kind of year again, where it's like we don't have that huge tentpole thing. I guess you could say Mass Effect, but I mean that's kind of it. It's not heavy hitters this year.
Well, one of the greatest games of this gamer generation comes out next year.
Oh God, don't say it.
The South Park Fractured Butthole. I mean, that's the 2017 game of the year. How can you say it's just Mass Effect when you got South Park? Come on now, be respectful.
Yeah, man, I'm just excited. It's just a bunch of weird games. I like it because I realized this year in particular, the longest time I thought I was really into new AAA IPs. That was my slogan for 3 years. Like, I want new AAA IPs. I like good new AAA IPs, but I think I realized I'm more of a AA guy. Like games that aren't like this big, huge undertaking that much anymore, but they're just like side little things that don't. Like Sniper Elite is not a big AAA game; it's a AA game. Like it doesn't draw a huge crowd to stuff. Like there's no like super huge devoted fan base that has a Sniper Elite Con.
I'm excited to play that. I bought Sniper Elite 3, the Ultimate Edition, for like $5, and that's my next playthrough. I'm actually excited to play that because the only reason I'm excited for it is because of you. You tried to convince me to buy it last year, and I didn't do it, and so I'm looking forward to playing that game.
Dude, it's fun.
It is. I played a little bit of Sniper Elite 3 on the PS3. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, but like, you see what I mean though. It's not a super huge game, but it's there. It's better than like an indie game. It has the quality to it, but it's not. It has like a little bit of a big budget factor to it, but it's not like we didn't have millions of dollars to throw at this here, but we had like a good bit, like kind of like Deadpool in terms of like production quality. Like Deadpool, what it had in terms of budget, it did great with. What it didn't have, but you didn't notice it because the product was good. And that's what I was looking at it as, and I just really enjoyed it, man. I've had a good time. I mean, there's a lot of games like Vampire coming out. That one I'm really interested in because vampires have just been bastardized and are in everything at this point. Like they've just been destroyed as a concept. That's always annoyed me about it. And so this one, like they're going back to basics here. Like you're not even like you play as a vampire. You're not even allowed to go into a house without permission, which was the whole point. So I'm just excited they're doing that again. So that's neat. Any games you guys looking up for?
You know what? Like I said, South Park. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Came out today that we're gonna get a fully reveal a State of Decay 2 next year at E3, which I'm really excited about. State of Decay 2, the online multiplayer aspects of that game. Of course, Nier, which will drop in February. I'm excited for that. And if we can ever get a release date for Scalebound, so I know it's not canceled, I could be excited for that too.
I mean, for me, I'm definitely still looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn. I really hope that game doesn't turn out to be a letdown because I remember when the PS4 was coming out, I was really looking forward to Killzone, and that game was totally a letdown from the same developer, Guerrilla Games. I really just hope they're able to pull it together with Horizon and actually come out with a good game because the whole concept and the whole atmosphere is just really appealing to me. But some of the other games I'm looking forward to is whatever Mario game that they end up coming out with for the Switch. That's going to be like a day one buy for me. I'm going to buy the Switch day one anyway.
Yeah,
so I'm
definitely a day one.
So I'm definitely going to be picking that up whatever it is, whenever it comes out. The other one I'm looking forward to, I think it comes out in 2017, is I'm looking forward to Outlast 2. I don't know if you guys played the demo for it, but if they're able to keep that type of atmosphere and that type of gameplay from the demo in the full release, then I think it's going to be a great game.
Oh my God. I couldn't even finish the Outlast one, which is, by the way, free on Xbox One if you have gold right now.
Here's the
I
problem.
got like third or fourth chapter. I couldn't continue. I was scared.
Here's the problem that I had with Outlast 1. I thought it was a great game. I thought it was legitimately scary because you truly are helpless. And there's a lot of tension. I thought that it relied too much on gamey type of elements, like go push these 2 buttons or go pull these 3 switches. And for me, that kind of pulled me out of the atmosphere a little bit. So at least from what I played of the Outlast 2 demo, it seems like they're going away from that, which is a good thing. So I'm excited to see what the actual finished product turns out to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't play it. I'll tell you the conditions I was playing Outlast 1 in. I made sure I would not be scared. I made absolutely sure. I played on a Saturday morning with the bright outside, birds chirping, left the windows open, so I had some residual noise going on. Like I left like all the lights were on. I was having a good day. I was playing at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Outlast with lights on. Everything's gonna be great. Have a little music in the background just to totally keep it good. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this game. I heard it was really scary, and I was like, all right, let's see what the deal is. Started playing it for a little bit, and I was like, oh, it's not too bad. And then it was like the very first part of the game is like you drive up to this asylum. I'm like, all right, it's not that bad. And then you climb in this and you go to the left and you climb up this ladder and you go into the house, and it's like immediately it's like shit. it was dark. I was like, oh god, and they have the tension going and nothing happens. I was like, oh my god. That thing sucked me in. I think I got to like I just got past where you go to the basement and that guy is chasing you. You have to hide under beds and stuff. Oh my god. That messed with me, man. Couldn't do it.
What was funny about Atlas is that the I don't remember his name, but the big guy that ran around with the chains, he had his own theme music where you always knew it when he was around, he was chasing you because it'd be like dun 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 dun, and it was like cellos playing in the background and shit.
Jeez, that's terrifying. I don't know. I like a game with good horror mechanic, man. I get really into that, but like I don't. I'm very picky a lot of stuff with that. I don't like a dedicated horror game. It's really hard to find a good one because not a lot of games could do a good sense of dread, and I think that's what makes a horror game. Like pop scares are just cheap.
Yeah,
it's just like you can have a pop scare of like a brony or something, and you'd be like, oh god. It doesn't matter what it is. A pop scare can get you off guard, but. I don't know, man. I like a game where you can mix it. Like BioShock's a good example of this. I think it mixes good of horror games and just a regular first person survival game, kind of that aspect of it. And Prey looks like to be like that for me too. And that's one of the games I'm looking forward to next year.
All right, Aqua Silence.
Yeah, man. And then Sea of Thieves I'm looking forward to also. Sea of Thieves is one of those games when they first unveiled it, I was looking at like, but the more they showed of the game, the more interested I am in it. Did you guys sign up for the Insider program?
Oh yeah. Maybe odds be ever in your favor. Yeah, I want to play that so bad. That was one of the things like I tried sneaking in line a little bit at E3. And I was like, yeah, let me go in there. And it's like, no, go away, back off. Like people waited in line for like 5 hours for that game just to play it. That's crazy, man. That's dedication right there.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, man. I had a good time. You guys see this article this morning? I got off for lunch and I was looking at it. It was a GameSpot article. So Microsoft pulled that ad about it was kind of deceptive. I'll say that much. It was about like I don't know where that guy's from. He's like some annoying face guy. Like I don't know what his name is, but like it was the thing with this grandma. They kept yelling at his grandma like, "Hey grandma, Xbox has 4K output now." And she's like, "What?" And he's gonna repeat it over and over and over again. That was an annoying ad, but they pulled that one because it was deceptive, and they ended up doing a new one. It had Marshawn Lynch, and he was saying that like the Xbox One, or the Xbox One, the Xbox Live is the network that doesn't quit on you, and that kind of thing. So I was like, all right, that's a true statement because they did that third party study and they determined that like that's a fact. That's not just an opinion anymore. And I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. I was reading this article. I was reading their GameSpot, and they all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like they wrote the article. It was like 2 paragraphs. And it was like, hey, here's the ad, here's the summary, yeah. And then out of nowhere, they have like this random like 1-line paragraph that says, November MPDs showed that PlayStation beat Xbox One in the MPDs.
Like, what does that have to do with anything?
You know, to me, I knew where this was going when the article started off with Microsoft put out a silly commercial, and I'm like, here we go. And this is, and I don't buy into the whole media bias thing, but when people say it, they point to articles like this because this starts off with Microsoft made a silly commercial, and then you go off talking about NPDs like it had anything to do with Microsoft, talking about their network, which is proven again and again to be the better of the two networks. Yeah. And honestly, what's wrong with it? Sony, it's okay for Sony to come out and say we are the highest selling console, we have a more powerful console, and no one bats an eye. But when Xbox touts something they do better, everyone gets all emotional, and you have to throw shade at it by talking about how Xbox lost November NPDs, an article that has nothing to do with console sales.
It was kind of weird that they threw that in there because it's like you said, it was like, oh well, Xbox One has the best online network, but, and then they said the PS4 still won the November NPD. I don't understand why that was in there when it added nothing to the point of the article.
I don't know, man. I wish people would stop doing this kind of stuff. Like, there's no need to do it anymore. I like to think we've grown up past this a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I have a little too much faith in humanity in that regard, but I don't know.
Like I said, I don't buy into the whole media bias thing, but these journalists they're just people and they're gamers and they have their bias, and sometimes it will peek through. I mean, I've written a couple of articles and you can tell that I have not a bias towards Xbox, but you can tell it's my preferred platform by the article I wrote. It's just sometimes you can't make it so blatantly obvious that you're trying to do your best to downplay what a certain console is doing because it goes against your preference. And that's what happened here. Xbox put out a commercial touting something that is better on their end, and this journalist decided that he wants to downplay it and talk positively about PlayStation on an article that has nothing to do with NPDs. And that's what happened here. Like I said, I'm not screaming out media bias. I'm saying journalists, as a journalist, as when we work with journalists, I know journalists have their preference. And this journalist has his preference, which is perfectly fine. I have no issue with that. But he showed it in a very bad light by trying to downplay what Microsoft, which was saying, which was the truth. He downplayed it by bringing up something that has nothing to do with the article just to make his preference sound better.
And I'm going to go off of what you were saying, Fane, because if you look at a website like GameSpot, where they're one of the bigger websites out there, you would think that the journalists for that website would be less inclined to do that, because being that they are a bigger website, they're kind of like setting the example.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I wish they would do better. At this point in the game, like, there's a good point. GameSpot, like, speaking of GameSpot, one of my favorite guys to come out of GameSpot was Danny O'Dwyer. Like, he was the guy who did the show The Point, and he was the guy who did The Lobby. He was the host of The Lobby. I think they handed The Lobby off to someone else. I haven't bothered watching since he left. Honestly, I really don't care. I watched. He did this little thing, and he was explaining about why at the beginning of the console cycle of this particular console cycle, things got really bad in terms of not fanboyism per se, but more like they just did not focus on doing the right thing per se. A good example being all those articles about like resolution. Like every single article, like every time there was a resolution discrepancy, there was an article about it. And they kept doing it over and over and over again. He was explaining that. I thought this was brilliant. Like you mentioned this. He said that the reason why is it's easier to make 10 really mediocre videos than one really high quality video. He said if you had one video explaining the resolution thing and letting that be it, and like not even bringing it up again, you'd get 1 million views, right? But if you had 10 videos that were only like a minute long, and you only have those 10 videos, they might get like 500,000 each. When you combine all 10 of them, that's more than 1 million views. That's a lot more. That's like 5 million views. And it's easier to make those 1 minute videos. And I was like, wow, it's like, the whole thing was when you start making a bunch of videos as your business model, it becomes harder to make a lot of stuff because you run out of content to talk about. And so as a result, the media got into the whole practice of let's talk about anything that will get clicks. Let's do it. We need anything we could talk about. So fanboy articles, things that would never have made the news otherwise suddenly became frontline stuff. And I was disappointed by hearing that, but he was right. Definitely right.
I mean, you bring up a really good point because at the end of the day, it's like Xbox came out with a commercial. This is really news now? We're going to report on they came out with a commercial?
Yeah.
What do we call news nowadays?
Well, if it was like controversial or something,
right,
like Microsoft comes out with a commercial showing slave labor, something like that, like be like, oh yeah, let's have an article about that. That makes good sense,
right?
But it's like makes an article stating a fact. That's it. And the article. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't know, man. Hey, let's see what's going on elsewhere. It's been a long day. Long day.
Yeah, and it's like 6 degrees outside.
Oh God. Here it's not that bad. Here's shorts weather. You can walk out in shorts and be fine. Of course, it's also 38 here, so.
I was gonna say you wear shorts when it's like 20 degrees out though, so.
Oh, dude, I wear shorts unless it's below freezing. If it's below freezing, I'm out. Nope, not going outside for below freezing. But yeah, man, I like the cold weather. It keeps you inside, play more video games. That's my thing. Man.
Oh man, it's pretty short week. Not much of a newsworthy week this week, huh?
Yeah, it's the end of the year. There's not much going on, honestly.
What do you guys think about the supposed specs for the Nintendo Switch that Digital Foundry posted? I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at that yet.
I looked at it, but I couldn't make any sense of it. Like, I was like, oh no, show me a comparison here.
I don't play a Nintendo console for power. I play it for the same reasons people hate it, because of the Marios and the Zeldas of the world. I'm not buying a Switch because I think everything's gonna be so graphically amazing. I know the games will not be broken. They'll probably be 60 frames per second, and I'm happy with that.
I think that's the thing with Nintendo, how they position themselves with the Wii and the Wii U, and now again with the Switch. Nobody's ever going to buy a Nintendo system for that to be their primary console, for that to be their only console. I think Nintendo's really settled into their niche where they're a solid secondary console that you buy to play Nintendo games on.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, what's got me thinking about the Switch is, like, for me next year, I'm getting another platform. I've already decided this. It's going to happen. It's just what it is the question. I'm not sure if it's going to be the Switch or a PC. I'm still debating about it. I'm looking at like pros and cons of both, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't know where to go with this. And I'm just looking at it. I'm just like, the Switch, I'm interested. I want some third-party support for it. I don't need everything, but I want a good selection if I want to. Like if I want to play Fallout 4 on the go, I want to be able to play Fallout 4 on the go. I already put like 400 hours in that game. I need more.
Exactly. I don't think people were too upset about the specs overall. I think the one thing that people were concerned about with, and I probably have to look it up again, I'm probably misquoting, but something to the effect of when you're using the Switch as a handheld, it's something to the order of 40% less powerful in handheld form than it is while it's in the dock.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what people are having a lot of issues with, because how is it going to give you the same experience on the go versus at home? Now, for somebody like me, this Switch is great because I commute. I mean, when I go to and from the work, I'm on the train for over 2 hours a day. So to be able to play that on the train and then literally pick up right where you left off where you got home, that's cool to me. But if the experience is affected negatively and it's not the same experience, that's the only area where I could see it being a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I think the Switch it's got to have the games. Right now, oddly enough, the biggest selling point for me about the Switch is that it's going to have the GameCube digital library. Like it's so dumb, but that's amazing for me. I love the GameCube. GameCube is probably my favorite console of all time.
Now, see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with that. That's if Nintendo actually supports that GameCube digital library the way that we as gamers would like them to support it. I mean, we had to wait how long to get Earthbound? We had to wait how long to get Super Mario RPG on the Virtual Console?
I don't even know.
It was a long time. Now, I would love to see GameCube games on there, like Eternal Darkness, which I thought was a great game. My favorite GameCube game was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. That was one of my favorite games overall of that generation. Are we going to get those games? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. The thing, like, we know it's got to have Super Mario Sunshine. It's got to have Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh yeah, they have to.
There would be no point even bringing it up if you didn't have Super Mario Sunshine, which is a great game as well. I don't know. The Switch has got me thinking about stuff, though. That's the thing. I just got to see how the situation's going to blow over. That's the big thing right now. I got to see how it's all going to play out.
And here's the thing, though, even with the GameCube library, too, it's another example of Nintendo will just do whatever Nintendo wants to do. Now, when they announced that they were going to have a digital GameCube library, I'm quite sure there was people all over the place that's wishing for Smash Brothers Melee, because there's still people that play that competitive, Super Smash Brothers Melee. Are they going to put that on there? Probably not. Even though the millions and millions of people want that and are willing to pay for it again, they probably won't do it. Because Nintendo's Nintendo at the end of the day. I love Nintendo, but they certainly march to the beat of their own drum in a lot of ways.
Yeah, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing in that like they don't kowtow to whatever the need of the day is, and they don't press one particular thing over another. The downside is you can't anticipate what they're going to do, which is concerning. So,
right.
Like I said, I'm all for Nintendo being Nintendo. I'm really interested to see what the Pokemon Switch game looks like. I've always wanted a console Pokemon game, and I haven't played a Pokemon games probably since like Gold and Silver. That's how long it's been. But just the kid in me and the nostalgia in me, I always wanted to know what a console Pokemon game would look like, and I'm pretty sure it'd just be a maybe a slightly wider scale than Sun and Moon. But I truly want a Final Fantasy type looking Pokemon game on a console. I think that would be absolutely dope, and I know people would buy it without a doubt. But
yeah, and that would be a system seller too. Totally.
Yep. They'll never do it, but it would be a system seller.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. There's a lot of 2017's got a lot of good stuff going on, man. I'm just really excited. I can't recall a year I've been that excited, like just for random games, like not even like any particular game that's like standing out. Like I can't wait for this one, but it's just like I just want games, man. Like one game I forgot about that they announced at E3, but I just totally forgot was Styx Master of not a Master of Shadows. It was like Shards of Darkness. You guys remember that? It didn't get a lot of attention, but you ever play Styx? Anyone?
No, I never played it.
Nah, it's a real stealth game.
I have it. I think it was either Games for Gold or on PSN, PS Plus. I have it on one of my two consoles. I never played it. Okay, PS Plus. Yeah, I have it because of PS Plus, but I've never played it.
Man, it is a stealth game. Like it's fun because like in I'm gonna challenge you. When was the last time in a fantasy game you were able to play as a human or anything else, like a human or an orc or cat people or whatever? It's pretty common. Like you do that fairly all the time. But when was the last time you played as a goblin?
That's true.
As an actual goblin and not a villain. Like I can't think of the last game that allowed you to play as a goblin, but Styx lets you play as a goblin. Yeah, that is the main character. And you get all his powers and tools, and you see like little things that like all right, yeah, those are goblin-esque abilities. That's fine. And like it's just interesting to be in that position of like, okay, like you have the ability, you could see in the dark, you're better at that. You can clone yourself. But the way it works is you can only take control of one over the other. And one's the master and one's the weaker one. You have to control yourself that way. And it's fun. Like there's penalties. You have to be careful. You have to dispose of bodies. You have to be careful how you kill someone. People will find out what's going on, and like you can poison like a jar of water, and like if they die, they say someone's poisoned the water. Let's be on high alert. Like we need to watch out for this. Like they are not playing around. And this one looks to be like a lot of fun as well. This one, instead of humans, this time you're taking on like elves, which should be interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of good stuff going on. It's a solid stealth game. Like there's other games that are like stealth-esque. Like Dishonored is stealth-esque. It's not a great stealth game. Like it gives you the feeling of, oh, I'm being stealthy, and that's kind of it. But this game requires it.
And see, I respect that because it goes right out there. It's a stealth game. You got to sneak around it and be covert. See, games like Dishonored, here's what I don't like. I'm not saying Dishonored's a bad game. I don't like games where it's like, well, you have a choice. You could either be stealthy or you could go in and cause chaos. Because if I'm given the choice, I'm going to go in and cause chaos.
Yep.
Don't give me a choice if you're going to penalize me for causing chaos.
Yeah. I mean, I like having the option for some games. Like I think Wolfenstein: The New Order was a good example of that. Like you can have both.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't. If you call yourself a stealth game, require stealth. Like it needs to be that way. If you get caught, it is this oh shit moment. Like you're really screwed up. If you get caught, you are done.
I think the last game I played that was marketed as it was like a true stealth game was Thief, and I played it on the PS4. And that game you didn't want to get caught because the combat system was so terrible. You didn't want to get caught in that game.
Yeah, man. I played Thief. I was desperate when I got Thief. I needed something, and that was real disappointing. Like I was really pissed off. Like they really screwed up. Like because that wasn't really a stealth game to me. That was like casual, like low key Dishonored stealth.
Yeah.
Like and Dishonored stealth wasn't even that stealthy. So I was not particularly happy about that.
Oh, and speaking of the games that are most anticipated for me next year, I didn't even mention Cuphead. Cuphead's probably my most anticipated.
God, I'm still waiting for that. Like they are really late on that.
I don't know what's taking them so long. I mean, I'm totally intrigued by it because I love platformer games and I love the visual style. But it's like, what's taking them so long?
Well, when I talked to them when we were at E3, I got to talk to a lot of them. Like at least one of the devs in particular, he was saying that one of the main reasons they were so far behind is they were not rebuilding, but they were building for the first time levels that they didn't think would need to be in the game. I'll explain it. Because before it was apparently most of it was boss battles. And that was the focus. Like if you go back and think about all the gameplay you saw, it was all boss battle stuff. This time, no. They're actually adding levels to it. And I got to play a couple of them. They're pretty good. They're difficult. It's fun. But yeah, they're good. I'm excited. I'm not. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm excited. I don't like it when games get delayed forever. Like, I'd rather you don't even announce it until it's ready.
Yep.
I was gonna say that they should not announce games until it's maybe 4 months until release.
I think the 9-month rule will be nice.
Yeah,
Like treat it like a baby. It's almost ready. Like keep it in here. But now they're not going to do that. So, yep, that's what I'm thinking about. But,
I got another question for you guys about going back to the topic of movies coming out in 2017. How do you think the new It movie is going to do? Because they're rebooting It next year.
oh, that's next year.
Yeah,
I saw the picture of it.
and that's all they showed so far.
I don't know. I can't judge it. I really can't. I can't because it's just not. All I have is a picture to go off of.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you, Fame?
I'm being real with you guys. I actually had a family issue happening right at this moment. I actually got to bounce out. I'm so sorry.
All right, man. We were gonna head out anyway. It's fine. All right, so we'll head out anyway. We're kind of like we're kind of wrapping down anyway. Anyway, good show, man. It was great. It was fun. We didn't even talk about anything really.
Yeah, definitely was fun. Basically just going back and forth. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
All right. Anyway, we'll head out here, guys. Have a good time. We wish you guys Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the regular holidays stuff going on. It's an interesting time of year. Be a little nice for everybody. Show a little brotherly love. Like that's all I can really ask for. I mean, it's the time of year. This dude, like you see someone doing something that's distasteful on Twitter. Go hit him up in the DM. Say, hey man, calm down. It's all right. It's all right. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Exactly. Everybody have a happy holidays. Have an awesome new year. Supposedly the NES Classic is back in stock at Best Buy tomorrow. Don't trample anybody.
Oh God. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. This has been Multiverse Podcast, the greatest show on Mondays. We are out of here.